Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been about a few weeks since I dropped my last video. So today I will be doing some technical analysis on a few pairs for the week. Yeah, so just note it down. We'll be doing some technical analysis on XAUUSD, that is gold. So if you've been watching this channel for a while, you know that it's one of my favorite pairs that I trade. And then we will also be looking at NASDAQ or NAS100, also known as USA 100. And then NASDAQ, normally when I analyze it, it goes hand in hand with US 30. So when we do NASDAQ, we also do for US 30. And then let me check on my watch list again. We have gold, NASDAQ, US 30, and then we have Bitcoin. So BTCUSD is also one of the pairs that I trade. And then maybe we have a bonus one on the currencies. I think we'll check on Euro, USD for the week. Yeah, so I think we will be doing that on the 4 pairs. So let me just add Euro USD to my list. Euro USD. Alright, so there we have it. I've added it to my watch list. Excuse my voice, I have some cold, so let's go to I think we'll start with gold, that is XAUUSD. And as you all know, right now there has been some tension over the past few weeks between Israel and Iran. And now recently over the weekend, the Trump administration, that is the US government, intervened by attacking some key sites in Iran. So when normally there is some tension in the world, or let me say in the world, most people normally choose to invest in gold as their safe haven, since the other commodities will depreciate. So that's why we had a push up during the market open. That was somewhere around midnight tonight, and then we came back down. So I will start by marking my key levels. So by key levels, I mean the turning points of the market. That is, you can use another word for that. Normally most people call them support and resistance, but I call them the key levels, since they are the points at which the market turns. For example, these points that I've marked with a black line seems to be the key level, since the market tried to push back, it came back to this level, pushed up, came back here, and then it pushed up again, and then it's almost going back to this level. So that's a key level. And then I also have another one around, let me say, this region, because there was so many rejection around this area last week. It was just playing around, and then it broke, came to retest, and then pushed down, then retest again, and then pushed down, then almost got to that key level, and then down, and then now it pushed up with a fake out during the market open, and then now dropped all the way down. And then we can have another key level at this point. Because of this, let me just adjust it to accommodate this one, that week. And there's this level, there has been so much rejection around that level. Yeah, and then of course the highest point that gold reached was 34.51. We also mark that. Yeah, so on my 1 hour chart, there is pretty much nothing going on, except for those who are awake at midnight were able to catch this spike all the way up. Let me go down to 30-minute time frame. Then we see what I was talking about. I'm talking about the Central East African time. So those who are awake at around midnight, or this was on Friday. Then Sunday, on Monday at 1 a.m. and then there was this gap in the morning. So those who are awake were able to squeeze in some position, but then it came back immediately to fill this gap that was. I think we will have a whole session to talk about gaps and how they are filled. So once it pushed up, it came back immediately to fill this gap, and that's what we are having here. Yeah, and that drop all the way. So those who are not able to catch the drop from here at around 2 a.m., then they had an opportunity at around 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. Whereby there was rejection on this 50 level, 50 period. That's the 50 period moving average. I normally use it as my dynamic support and resistance. So there was some sort of rejection here. And then those who are lucky enough were able to squeeze in some pips all the way to around 33.47. Yep. So now, at the moment, let me go back to 1 hour. I do not have much going on except for these rejections. After filling that level, and then there was this breakout, and then maybe a retest. So I would assume gold is forming something like I would take this to be the left shoulder, and then it pushed to that key level or resistance level, and then now it came back to this level, which now becomes our support, and then it forms something like a W pattern, pushed up to the resistance level, and then now again back to this level. So most definitely I am expecting a push to either 33.76 or 33.99 during the day. Yeah. So we'll have this point as our left shoulder. If you understand, if you're a price action trader and you recognize these chart patterns, I'm sure you will understand what I'm talking about. So I would say that's my left shoulder, and then these two I would take them to be my head, and then this point would definitely be my right shoulder. So when normally we have this, it acts as a reversal pattern in a chart. When you see that, it's normally like a reversal pattern. So I am most definitely waiting to go long, but not yet, because I have not seen enough confirmations, because I cannot buy at this point. That would mean if I buy here at 33.55, and my expected target profit would be around 33.76, which is about 201 pips from my entry. But then I would be risking my stop loss would be slightly below the right shoulder, which is here. Let me say, if I give it some allowance, would be there. So there's no way I would be risking 100 to make. Of course, it's a 1:2 risk to reward, but I'm not willing to risk this much. That is 118 pips to make 200. So it's quite huge. And then since we are at the middle, I'm not sure. Maybe if I get in here, it would push down to my key level and then now push up. So I would most definitely wait to see some candlestick pattern reaction around this area, and then maybe expect 335 pips with my stop loss level slightly below the head, which is about 55 pips thereabout. So right now I'm waiting to see what will happen around that area. So if we go to 30 minutes, pretty much the same thing. There is not yet some good confirmation, so I wouldn't take a decision as at now on gold. So my bias is a buy. I'm buy biased, and I'm just waiting for the right time, probably around this area, and then now we would go for buys. So that's on gold. And then the next one, we have Nasdaq or NAS100. And then on NAS, let me remove the drawing that I had marked earlier on in the morning. I also start by marking my key levels or my turning points in the market. They help me to know where the market will go to next. So I'll start with this high point. Yeah, I think I'll go with that. And then there's also this point that is rejected so many times around this area. So we mark 21,000. And then there's also this low that was created here. And then there was break and retest around. So that one is also our key level. And then the last one definitely would be, we would take this low. Yeah, so we have our key levels marked out, and then yeah, there was some push up. This was today at 1 a.m. There was some push down. Normally, Nasdaq and gold they go opposite ways. Then when gold was buying during the market open, Nasdaq went down because US 100 is an index that is used to measure the performance of the top 100 companies in the USA. So when there is war, the companies do not make as much profit, so they tend to lose. So that's why we see there was this drop. And then those who are awake again at around 4 a.m. were able to catch the spikes from this point, 21,000 all the way up. Yeah, so right now we are in a sort of an uptrend, but then there was this downtrend, so I know I can use my Fibonacci. We will also have a topic on how to use Fibonacci. And then we have that to be our level. So maybe if we were going down, since we were dropping all the way, so I would expect to see some reaction around 0.618, or you can call it the 61.8% level or the 0.79%. Yeah, and then if it rejects around this region, we will have something like this. Then if it fails to reject here, then the next level to watch out for is 0.79. And then if it goes successful, we would have a drop all the way to level 0, or maybe to 0 point minus negative 0 point, let me say minus 0.27 as the final TP if it goes all the way down. But yeah, so right now there's pretty much nothing going on, so I'll wait. But before I do, let me go to 30 minutes. Yeah, so on 30 minutes there was some push to the upside that emanated from around 4:30 a.m. and then yeah, nothing much. You cannot join the party now because it would be like getting into the party at around 4 a.m. when people have partied all the way from 4:30, but then you want to join the party at around 10:30, which is a bit too late. So I cannot join the buy trend right now. So if I go to 15 minutes, it's giving me some entry. So if I'm willing to take the risk, there was some breakout on my key level and then retest. And then this week right here signals that the sellers were trying to push the market down, but there was some the buyers were too many, and then they pushed it, and then they were so powerful than the sellers. So that's why you see there was this week here and then pushed up, and then there was this bullish engulfing candle that engulfed this. So when I'm scalping on 15 minutes, I would definitely take a buy from right here, and then my stop loss around this level. Yeah, then maybe target a 1:2, 1:3 like this, maybe all the way to 1:2. I think that's okay. 1:3 just to add is not so bad. So I would on 15 minutes I would take a buy right now on that. So I would definitely let me take a few positions just to scalp on Nasdaq. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what I'm having on Nasdaq for now. Yeah, so the same, I think the same will be happening for US30. They normally have almost the same pattern. So you see, it's the same thing happening on this other side. And then on Bitcoin, we are at some push at around, uh, this was Sunday yesterday at around 11. There was some rallying from around 11 p.m. all the way to today. So on Bitcoin, we've been on a downtrend pretty much. So I would maybe draw my fib level retracement to check on the levels. It tried to reject at the level 0.618 but did not manage. So we are waiting for the next level, which is 0.79, and see, wait for a reaction. If it does reject, we would have a drop all the way to 98,500 on BTC. But as of now, if you are a day trader and you want to take some positions, of course, for BTC, you also start by marking your key levels, but I will not do that for now. Let me just go down to 30 minutes and see what's happening. On 30 minutes, you can see there was some rejection on the 50 period moving average, which is the red line. And then normally rejection above means we are going to continue. So I did not get this move at around 7 a.m. I did not wake up so early, so I missed on this. But then I cannot join the buy trend right now because there is no safe entry for me. I would have to wait for a retracement or another pattern before I join the rally. But for now on BTC, I will be just watching. And then on Euro USD, there's nothing much. I don't trade currencies so much because they're a bit slow. Yeah, it's slow. So I don't prefer that. I prefer things that are moving, commodities that are moving fast, like gold, indices, and oil. So for this, there's pretty much nothing happening, some sort of consolidation around this area. So yeah, I think that's it for now. If you're new here, please click the subscribe button, and if you want to get more insights on this, you can send me a text or DM me on the information below in the description, and we could work out something on the same. Yeah, so that's my analysis for the week, and I wish you all a profitable week ahead, and let's see what the week has for us. Okay, cheers.